Welcome race fans to Nevada Diecast Racing. Miles Grant here on a beautiful winter's day at Canyon Speedway. Today we continue our Corvette 12-pack tournament with the last 4 cars of the 12-pack getting their chance to race for the first time. Remember, there are a total of 7 events in this tournament. Let's go ahead and meet today's racers.
Numbskull Diecast Racing. Greasy, Campbell Creek Run Diecast Racing. Andy, Zelda Diecast Racing. V-Man, Norman Verne Racing.
Okay, it's about time for race time, so let's head to the starting line for race 1. We've got V-Man and Greasy up front. Coming out of the starting lanes, V-Man's pulling ahead with Andy behind. Andy running into some trouble, and they're all backed up on the hairpin. A good bump in the back from Andy gets V-Man going. They're all heading down that last straightaway with V-Man taking first place, followed by Andy. And I believe Greasy is going to take that third place spot, with Numbskull bringing up the rear. Here are the scores after the first race. In this race, Andy's up front next to V-Man. Coming out of the starting lane, Andy's pulling ahead, V-Man close behind. Here comes Numbskull causing a ruckus in the first hairpin turn. They all make it out okay, but Andy ends up several car lengths away from the rest of the pack, and another close finish at the line. Let's go ahead and check the replay and see who takes second place. I believe it's going to be Numbskull. Taking a frame by frame, it is Numbskull. He takes second place, Andy takes first. Third place goes to V-Man, and fourth place goes to Greasy. And this is how it adds up after the second race. Now we've got Numbskull next to Andy. A little bumping and grinding going into the first turn. Andy's on the guardrail, manages to get off. V-Man stuck on the first hairpin. And here comes Numbskull. He is way ahead of the pack. And Andy ends up taking second place. Greasy taking third. Rolling it back now. There's been a few cars in this tournament getting hung up on that guardrail. And Andy does a fantastic job maintaining control and staying on the track and taking second place, and it puts him up into the double digits, which pretty much assures him a place in event 5. Here comes race 4. Greasy up front next to Numbskull. This race, if V-Man can beat Numbskull, he will move into event 5. They're both having some difficulty. Practically stalled on that hairpin. And there goes Andy with another commanding lead and another number 1 finish. Second place goes to Greasy. Numbskull ends up getting third place with V-Man in fourth place in that particular race. Look at this ride by Andy. Making the move on the outside, goes to the inside, threading the needle, and check out Greasy on top there making a pass as well. But Andy takes this event, and Numbskull makes it as well into event 5. Congratulations to Andy and Numbskull going to event 5. They'll be joining the other top 2 finishers from the previous events, V-Man and Greasy. Meanwhile, they will be heading to our next event, which is event 4, which is a 6-car, 6-race event with the bottom 2 finishers from our previous 3 events. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an exciting tournament so far. Ring the bell so you're notified when the next episode drops. We appreciate you for subscribing. I'm Miles Grant, your announcer, and I'm an adult.